I just think this film, the way that we decided to kind of approach it and shoot it, is impossible without that time spent. It's the closing shot of the trailer with me firing the arrow and the flames. Um, how do you do that otherwise? You can't. And if it's a stunt double, then it doesn't feel the same way. Because it's not just the action of galloping on a horse and shooting the arrow, it's the emotion of which you do it with. Because a lot of the how do I put this? The the skill set of Mirza is where a lot of Sahiba's fear comes from, because she knows he's such a phenomenal archer, right? And which is why she acts, because she knows that he'll kill her brothers. So unless you can communicate that to the audience with that kind of confidence, and it won't work. So I don't think. I think you feel impatient when you're ready and things are still not taking off. But I actually had called Rakesh sir and asked him in October for one more month.
We've just had so much fun on this film that, be it the 18 months of prep, I was here, Harsh and I were both in Delhi for 3-4 months, and through the shoot phase and now post the shoot phase, I keep telling Sir and Harsh that, that feeling after college you just don't want this to end. That's what this film feels like. So it wasn't like a maths tuition class, where you wanted to end. It just felt like a really nice place.
It was the way the script was written by Gulzar Saab, and the opportunity to play two characters. And I just, sometimes you have an instinct as an actor. You either see yourself fitting into that world or you don't. And I kind of felt like I fit, so that's why. I think, all the films, most of the films that have done well this year have been pushing the envelope, be it Neerja or Kapoor and Sons or Udta Punjab, any of those films. So I think there are many Indias within India. I'm not saying, I hope this reaches as many people as possible, but I feel that there is an audience, a big audience for this film. And at the end of the day, Mirza Sahiba is a very Indian story that's been along for a very long time. So the only thing unconventional about it really is the presentation. And I think Mirza Sahiba, the emotional complexities of the story also. But I don't know. I don't really think about my choices like that. Be it my first film, second or third. I don't think you can decide to do a film thinking about what the box office number on Friday is going to be. You start thinking about that when you start promotions. Until then you're trying to make the best film you can.
I'm just somebody who's grown up watching a lot of, like everyone in this country, Mr. Bachchan's films. So I think I just love watching his films, but not for this film in particular. But also working with Sir, he used to keep giving really nice anecdotes about Vaida ji or Bachchan Saab. So just stuff like that was such a big learning on this film.
देखिए जब मैंने अक्स बनाई आपने बोला अनकन्वेंशनल है रंग दे बसंती भी अनकन्वेंशनल कही गई थी फिर दिल्ली है फिर भाग मिल्खा भाग तो टोटली अनकन्वेंशनल एथलीट नाइट सो ये है ऐसा that's the way I am and that's the way I can tell stories. I can't do anything else. So and that's the way I love to tell stories. They come to me in a different way, in a non-linear way. So that's there, and my influences have been a lot from the earlier cinema, of the cinema of the 50s and 60s, and world cinema a lot, and not so much Hollywood or Bollywood. So somehow आपके जो दिल को चीज़ें लगती हैं जो आपके अंदर जाती हैं तो वही चीज़ें बाहर आती हैं. And sorry, what was the question?
I said, are you going to reveal, is it a period film or is it set in present day?
Absolutely, it's a modern day story, which is set in Rajasthan. You can say, as we are talking, in 2016, though we finished in 2015, and the idiosyncrasies, the social and the economic setting, the way the characters are absolutely today. Suchi has studied in London and come back. Adil is a stable boy. They have a childhood, कहते हैं रूहानी रिश्ता. They're like soulmates from their childhood. Then there's a third character in Karan. Karan is from a royal family who's running hotels today. He's very proficient in that. And then there are the nomads of Rajasthan who sing, dance, and narrate the folklores. You know, Rajasthan has this.
Ji.
It is the originator of the nomads in the world, as such. They traveled from Rajasthan, Afghanistan, Persia, Turkey, Russia, Romania, East Romania, Hungary, Poland, settled in East France. So I've researched all that, and I realized they all sing, dance, and narrate these stories of Valor and folklore and great love stories, the Dholavira and all that. So they narrate this amazing folklore of Mirza Sahiba. And through their narration, we enter that world. And that world is in my imagination. It's not in 1854 or 1920 or from Punjab or from any, it's timeless. Because what Gulzar inspired me when we went, he said ये eternal love stories हैं. तो मेरा उनसे सवाल था तो गुलजार भाई eternal हैं तभी क्या आज के ज़माने में भी मिर्ज़ा साहिबा होते हैं? इतनी रफ्तार बढ़ गई है ज़िंदगी की, इतना सब कुछ हो गया है. कहते हैं हाँ रफ्तार बड़ी बढ़ गई है ज़िंदगी की, पर दिल धड़कने का रफ्तार तो अभी वही है ना जो 5000 साल पहले था. बिल्कुल सही बात है. तो आज की कहानी करते हैं, आज के मिर्ज़ा साहिबा ढूंढते हैं. Yes, there's a reflection of the folklore, because that singing and dancing of the nomads, it takes us to the folk world. And somewhere or the other, the folklore reverberates, echoes, and falls in today's time. And this is what cinema gives me. I can do anything in storytelling. You know, in a novel, you are restricted to a certain way, that when you're reading the novel, it plays out in your head, the imagination. When you're watching a play, it unfolds on the stage the way the actors and the directors have wanted, or the playwright. A cinema is actually story told in pictures. So you can do magic with it. And then you can combine the art of writing, music, choreography, dancing, painting, acting. All these art forms you can take and orchestrate them like a conductor, fine-tune them, and understand their nuances and try and tell a story. It's so beautiful.